welcome back to the most amazing channel on the internet. I'm your host Rebecca Felgate, and today we're talking about the top 10 mysteries that are close to being solved. Now, in my opinion, time is the most powerful of investigators. Some mysteries have lasted a millennia, but in the end, I feel like time will erode all secrets. So, what is looking likely? Before we get into this video, why don't you guys let me know what you think the biggest mystery of all time is? For me, it has to be the creation of the universe, right? Like, we have an idea, a good theory, but no answer as to what may have caused the Big Bang. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and while you're down there, why don't you leave a thumbs up on this video and share it with a friend, and also check out the links to our most amazing Instagram. Stick around to the end of the video where I'm going to be reading out comments from a previous one. Alright, let's do this. Coming in at number 10, we have fast radio bursts. Fast radio bursts were first discovered in 2007 and are powerful radio pulses that emit more energy in 1 millisecond than the sun does all day. While researchers think they are a regular occurrence, we have only picked up the short bursts a dozen or so times in the past 12 years. The issue is that they tend to happen just once, although we may have found one that repeats itself sporadically. Looking at this will allow researchers to get a better look at it. Now, the burst has been named FRB121102. Of course! Catchy. This specific burst comes from 3 billion light years away and is 500 times greater than the others recorded. With FRBs getting attention, we are closer to finding out exactly what's causing them and where they're coming from. Coming in at number 9, we have the void in the pyramid. The Great Pyramids of Giza are still quite the mystery, and the plot has only thickened since the Heritage Innovation Preservation and the University of Cairo teamed up to scan the pyramids. Yes, scan the pyramids. Have we gone too far? You see, archaeologists are wary of actually disturbing the architecture of intact pyramids, but without doing so, they have no idea what's inside. I think they're just trying to avoid unleashing a new ancient curse. Very strangely, the pyramid housing the tomb of the great pharaoh Khufu showed a very strange void when it was scanned. Built in around 2560 BC, this mystery void has been locked away and secret for over 4,000 years. By scanning the pyramid with cosmic rays, the team behind the research estimate that the void of 98 feet long and 50 feet high, which actually makes it very, very big. It seems this void is completely sealed off from any known passageways inside the pyramid, so there's no way to get to it, leading the question, how is it even built? Well, these are the questions intriguing everyone, and it seems the mystery is on the cusp of being solved by none other than robot drones. Yes, robot drones! In order to minimize damage to the ancient structure, a team will drill a small hole and send in little robots to explore. I mean, how many more mysteries can be solved by deploying spy robots? Like, I'm here for it. Coming into number 8, we have the Zodiac Killer ciphers. The Zodiac Killer is the name given to an unidentified murderer active in North California from the late 1960s to the early 1970s. The murderer took the lives of 5 people but claims to have killed 37. The killer gets their name from a series of ciphers sent to press publications. The first cipher was 408 characters long and was decoded by a history teacher and his wife. It began, "I like killing people because it is so much fun. It's more fun than killing wild game in the forest." It was incorrectly spelled, but it was very creepy anyway. That was the only cipher to be cracked, although in 2011 it was thought the second cipher was close to being solved. Others say it's impossible though, as it may be total gibberish. Either way, as time moves on, it seems more and more likely that we will find the killer. In 2018, the Golden State's killer identity was revealed as 72-year-old Navy veteran and former police officer Joseph James DeAngelo. It took 40 years to find him, but better DNA technology came through in the end. With this in mind, I wouldn't write off the Zodiac Killer just yet. Speaking of murder cases, coming in at number 7, we have the Stephen Avery case. The first season of Making a Murderer came out in 2015 and the second part was released in 2018. They both got a lot of coverage. Both shed serious doubt on Stephen Avery's conviction for the murder of Teresa Holbach. Avery, as we know from the show, was wrongly convicted of sexual assault and attempted murder and served 18 years in jail for a crime that he simply didn't commit. A lot of holes have been found in the murder case against him, and his so-called accomplice, Brendan Dassey, had his conviction overturned on the grounds of confession as a result of coercion. Avery has a hotshot lawyer, Kathleen Zellner. Right now there is a lot of attention being put into getting to the bottom of what actually happened to Teresa, and I think that we are just months, if not I guess maybe years away from finding out what really happened. Making a Murderer Season 3 is gonna gonna be juicy. Coming into number 6, we have the mystery of flight MH370. Every day we get closer to finding out what happened to missing flight 3H70 that disappeared en route from Kuala Lumpur International Airport in Malaysia to Beijing in China. Now the plane went missing 5 years ago, I can't believe it's been that long, and fragments of the wreckage have purportedly been found, although there is no certainty that it definitely belonged to the plane. Well, it seems that now a $70 million ocean search has been launched by a Texan company called Ocean Infinity. The mission is scanning 500 square miles of sea a day in a 3-month search. Now some people think that the plane never crashed at all and was hijacked and landed. There are still a lot of top analysts looking into the disappearance, and I do have a strong feeling that time will tell on this one. Getting hairy at number 5, we have the Yeti. Last year researchers announced that they were getting closer to discovering the truth behind rumours of the seemingly mythical Yeti, or the abominable snowman, or the Sasquatch, whichever name you fancy going with. It seems that multiple DNA samples thought to have been left by a Yeti are being examined, and so far most have been linked to a species of Asian bear. The creature has been prominent in folklore since the 1900s, but more reasonable DNA readings may render the beast the stuff of legends once and for all. Coming in at number 4, we have the Bermuda Triangle. Is the mystery of the Bermuda Triangle on the cusp of being solved? John F. Mayer certainly thinks so, and he has been searching for lost Flight 19 for over 30 years. He has written a book about it too, and thinks that 2 of the missing planes crashed around Sebastian in Florida, and the other 3 crashed in the ocean around Daytona Beach. In a recent interview he said, "Every day the technology, the detection equipment gets bigger, better and cheaper, and more folks are getting out there. They will find these airplanes." The Bermuda Triangle has been linked to a number of disappearances of a number of aircraft and boats. Now, British scientists believe that the cause is a giant rogue wave, although that wouldn't affect aircraft. Others just say the entire area is prone to bad weather. Coming in at number 3, taking it to my home country, we have Stonehenge. Stonehenge is a collection of monoliths that were erected somehow 5,000 years ago. Until recently, how and why the monument was built at a time before humans seemingly had the ability to haul such huge pieces of rock has been a mystery and a topic for great debate. We didn't even know where exactly the rocks came from until recently. It is thought that they were dragged from a quarry in West Wales, and the monument was built in 4 stages. It has now been revealed that the bodies found near Stonehenge likely came from Wales too, so had they gone on some kind of stony pilgrimage? It seems that finally a new study conducted by researchers from the University of Oxford has unearthed that stone highways were used to transport the stones to the Salisbury Plains. While we still don't know exactly why the monument was built, we are getting a lot closer to unlocking the mysteries. Coming into number 2, we have the disappearance of Amelia Earhart. The missing case of Amelia Earhart has stumped people for years. The female aviator made her name by being the first female to fly solo across the Atlantic, and she even received the Distinguished Flying Cross. She was also an author who wrote about her flying experiences, inspiring many more to follow in her footsteps. Unfortunately, the pioneer pilot went missing in 1937 amid an attempt to fly around the globe in one swoop. She was well known in her day and had set many flying records, so when she disappeared, it was massive news. Many people went to look for her. She disappeared along with her navigator Fred Noonan over the Pacific Ocean near Howland Island. Until very recently, her death was quite the mystery, with many people generating wild theories. Some say she crashed into the ocean and died, others say she landed safely but was taken prisoner by the Japanese, who are hostile towards Americans ahead of World War II. Others say that she became part of a tribe. Well, it seems that modern DNA analysis may have the answer. Bones found on the island of Nikamaro have finally been linked to the pilot. They had originally been written off, but now testing so far actually points that they might be Earhart's. If they are hers, we will know that she died as a castaway. Okay, my favourite mystery at number 1, we have a space mystery, it's Mars. I really love starting and ending a list with space, because to me space is one of the greatest mysteries of them all. While we may be a long while off proving the Big Bang, we're just moments away from unlocking the secrets to Mars, and what a mystery that is. Humans first touched down on the moon 50 years ago, and since then we've been unlocking the secrets of space as fast as we can. After humans landed on the moon, we set our sights on our closest neighbour, Mars. We sadly lost contact with the last of our Mars rovers opportunity earlier this year, but we have a brand new rover mission planned for 2020, and we hope to have a manned mission by the year 2030. The more research we do and the more data we get back from Mars, the closer we get to understanding what is going on over there. Some conspiracists think that there is an ancient civilization out there, and I guess that we'll find out. So guys, that was the top 10 mysteries that are close to being solved. What did you think to this list? Let me know in the comment section down below. So do let me know what you think the greatest mystery yet to be solved is. I honestly can't wait to read your comments. Speaking of comments, I'm going to be reading some of yours from the top 10 things pulled up from drains. It was a bit of a gross list, and this is what you had to say. Tina Bellick said, "In my 18 years of life, I found in my drain just a lot of hair. In my opinion, the grossest thing on this video were probably the worms because they're just disgusting. No thanks. Congrats on 5 million, keep up the good work." I love that comment, I agree with you on everything. The worms were gross, and yay for 5 million. Alex Coupland said, "Rebecca's hair looks great. By the way, the scariest thing I found in my drain was hair. See, it looks good when it's on you, but not so great in the drain." Drain chat. Elvin Ellis Smith Jr. said, "I saw this greenish blackish water coming from my shower. It was gross." And yes, everyone, we got a new shower, the problem was solved. Good. Honestly, I'm great. I'm loving that we're having drain chat as well. A lot of you just mentioned that you'd pulled up a lot of hair from the drain, so honestly, it's gross, it smells. Use a sink and drain unblocker. Probably the most exciting piece of advice I will give you today, but you heard it from me. Okay, time for me to get out of here. Once again, do like this video, share it with a friend, check out the links in our description box to our most amazing Instagrams. I'm your host Rebecca Felgate, and I'll see you next time. Bye!